Hi, everyone. Henry DeVries, Wealth Authority TV. I'm so excited for today's episode because I have one of my favorite authors in the world,
Mm.
Jamie Shibley, with me today. Jamie, how are you? And tell everybody about your book.
I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for having me. My first book, maybe there'll be a second, is called Strategic for or Relationship First Strategic Engagement. It was written for agency owners. However, the strategies that we lay out inside absolutely apply in the financial industry and to client engagement and retention.
We do a lot of books in the agency world, and you're certainly in the agency world. And then we found that financial advisors and wealth managers discovered us, and there's so many similarities
Hmm.
in the two worlds. And I think
Right,
it's because it's all about clients and getting clients and nurturing client relationships and
right.
the importance of that. So, just briefly, what does your firm do?
We call it, we're a strategic engagement agency. And what that really means, you may have heard like relationship marketing, but we're in the business of nurturing your business relationships for you. So helping show your clients that you appreciate them, you care, show up, stay top of mind on a frequent basis so you don't have to.
Mm, great. So nurturing relationships. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I want to put the question of the day to you because I know you work a lot in the financial services industry.
Yeah.
What can the financial industry do to improve the image of financial advisors?
Well, I think we all know that trust is at an all-time low across the board, right? It's hard to earn, it's hard to keep right now. And so, I mean, I would say from an image standpoint, customer experience is a big deal in the financial industry. And the best thing you can do right now is show people you care. And we have always known that businesses are built on relationships. But what we have forgotten at this point in the world, point in time, is that relationships are built on care.
Mm. Tell me more what you mean by they're built on care.
Well, relationships and the social science behind relationship building actually tells us that in order for us to be in a long-term relationship, I need to know that you care, that you'd be there to support me, that you understand what's important to me, and that you validate what's going on in my world and the things that I think and that I care about, right? And as business leaders, and I would say as humans in general right now, we are overwhelmed. We are inundated with noise. And so we no longer have time, it seems, to care. And it takes a lot of extra intentionality and focus to actually be a human to someone else these days. And I know we all have the best of intentions, but the science is telling us if we want to keep these relationships, we have got to show up and show people that we see them and what's important to them.
Excellent, excellent. And um, I know you're a lot into curated gifts and
Experiences.
curated packages,
Mm-hmm.
experiences, and the story behind them. So it's just
Right.
not another email you're sending out to somebody or putting somebody on a big mass mailing list. And we send them a birthday card. You know, it's got to
Right.
be beyond that. How do you go beyond that?
Yeah. Again, this is where that understanding of relationships comes into play. So for us, um, to get through the noise, we focus heavily on the direct mail, putting something in these people's hands. And so from a financial advisor standpoint, what you focus on is what do I know about these people? What's important to them? And when we say gift, when we send something as a gift, it doesn't necessarily mean a present. I'm going to send you the chocolates. I'm going to, right? That all has a place. That's great. But gift, if you look up the definition, it simply means to give. And then if we bring that back to the understanding of developing relationships, what do you have to give someone that can show them you're there to support them, therefore earn their trust, keep their trust, That can look like valuable assets that you already have, content, resources. Maybe you know that their oldest is getting ready for college. What kind of financial investment information could you pass them for their child, right? You're being helpful. That's a gift. That is tying you to the person because you understand what's happening in their world.
This one financial advisor I know, their practice, they really go the extra mile on this, is they work with families to get up to $100,000 in grants and aid for their children to go to college. Um,
Really?
and then, um, and this is their entry point in helping people, and they charge, anywhere from a few hundred to several thousand, depending on how much work is needed. Um,
Brilliant.
but then these people uh, are very interested in them because they say, well, what else do you do? Well, we help
Right.
set up financial plans. We show you how to leverage equity in your house to do this, and you
Mm-hmm.
become a trusted advisor because first they showed they cared, they
Mm-hmm.
gave, not necessarily free, but it was generous help
Right.
uh, that was appreciated.
Right.
Uh, and now a lot of people will say, well, that's a lot of work and I don't have time for that. What do you say to those people?
Plan ahead. You know these patterns. You know, like you've known they've had a child probably throughout the relationship, and you know when they're approaching. So with some planning, you can lay out, okay, this when the child turns this age, we're going to start sending them this and have it ready to go. And it's just a repeated pattern. Your team knows how to execute it, what to write. Um, we call it a catalog of care, right? Develop and document the things that you could send for the different occasions. If someone's retiring, here's three different things we can send and the messages we say. And then each time those things happen, you're flipping through the catalog. Okay, send that one, and out it goes. But again, a little bit of prep work up front, and you've got this machine that can run for you.
Jamie, thanks so much for being with us today. I see we're out of
Yeah.
time. I'd love to have you back again. Until next time, everybody, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise.